which biopic performance was the best on this list, y'all? Remember, if it's not on this list, then say what's on this list. All right, y'all. All right, so number one, Jamie Foxx as Ray. Number two, Lawrence Fishburne as Ike Turner. Number three, Leon as David Ruffin. Four, Denzel Washington as Malcolm X.
Damn.
That's a tough one, ain't it? That's a rough one, ain't it?
For me, it's between Jamie Foxx and Denzel. So it's like, damn. Man, that's a tough one. Because they both like took the character and the person and the persona of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like became them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, which
Shout
did it better?
out to Roman Jack in the building. Some of the day ones. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Jamie Foxx.
You going with Jamie? Why you going with Jamie?
I'm gonna have to go with Jamie Foxx because it's only that he has a little bit over Denzel only because of the aspect of the singing, the choreography, the music part. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Both acting is on par. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right there, neck and neck. Both as portrayals of these iconic figures were neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to give it a little bit more to Jamie just because the singing part, you know what I'm saying, was just so real to me. And then the aspect of him showcasing the drug part. I ain't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was dabbling in the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know that.
Yeah.
And we acted that part and scenes very well too. I'm gonna have to go with Jamie Foxx.
Okay. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. Like you said, singing and acting wise, the trauma of being blind, his relationships with women, his relationship with his mother. I mean, it was his relationship with his pops. You know, it was a lot translated to the relationship that he had with his wife, like I said, with women and his children. So he wore a lot of different hats, and obviously people that he did music with that tried to rip him off at first, and you know it was a lot to deal with, you know. So when they heard him play, they heard a cash cow, and we're talking about 1950s, 1960s. It's basically the wild, wild west when it comes to the music industry, and the depiction of that was crazy. So, to me, I don't think you can go wrong with any of these. I mean, Leon as David Ruffin is so underrated. I mean, I have a skit on social media where I read the skit where it says, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis," and that skit is like live rent free in my head because that is something that we say all the time. Anytime somebody think they're bigger than what they are, it's like, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis," type of vibe. So people always say that when that type of energy lingers. Lawrence Fishburne, like, I'm not gonna hold you. When I first seen What Love Got to Do with It, I really thought Lawrence Fishburne was Ike Turner. Like the way he would just, like, I thought he was Ike, bro. Like the real Ike Turner. When I seen the real Ike Turner, I'm like, he couldn't have did all the stuff that Ike did in the, like, ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, where Ike at? Like he's
where's his side of the story? You know what I'm
right.
saying?
You know what I'm
Never
saying?
heard from Ike. Where Ike at? Somebody get Ike on the phone. We need to hear from him.
I need Ike to make sense of this. You know? Somebody get Ike. I need Ike to make sense of this, yo. So his depiction of Ike Turner was just like crazy for me. Denzel Washington did great playing Malcolm X, but I drop him a tear only because I seen the Malcolm X documentary, and the Malcolm X documentary is way better than the movie, of course, but there was something missing. If you would have seen the documentary first and then you'd have seen the movie, then you will see that something is missing from the character of Malcolm X in his depiction. But if you've seen the movie before the documentary, which most people have, is like, yo, Denzel was amazing. But to keep it real funky, we don't know what Malcolm X really like act like. We see old videos. We see like, he has very few speeches that people can go to, but it's not like we know how he walk and talk, just like how uh Jamie Foxx was able to do Ray Charles, because Ray Charles was still out, even though he was still an older man, he was still out and about, and you know what I'm saying, still doing commercials. So we knew the movement, the whole vibe of Ray Charles. So I'm going to go with on this. This is probably a lot of people not going to agree, but so what? I'm going with Leon as David Ruffin because Leon displayed in the David Ruffin character why he became what he was, his trauma without showing the trauma. Like he spoke on that. His father used to whoop on him and his brother all the time. And one time that the father owed somebody some money, the father gave the person him to pay the debt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you hear the trauma, you hear the vocals, you just see everything what he went through, and then how he dealt with women and his stronghold, and when they kicked him out of the group, he wasn't like he would just pull up to random shows, just jump on stage, like, you know what I'm saying, and just do his thing. So um I'm gonna have to say Leon as David. I'm seeing in the chat. I've seen a couple things in the chat. I have to go back up. Can't see it. I can't see the chat on my end, but on this particular portion. But I think I've seen Jamie Foxx and Denzel in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. All right, so again, I went with Leon as David Ruffin. You went with Denzel Washington. No, you went with Jamie Foxx. You went
Mm-hmm.
with Fox, my bad. You went with Jamie Foxx. The chat went with Jamie Foxx or Denzel. The rest of the world, they went with Jamie Foxx at 39%. What do you think about that?
Nah, it was a definite great display of acting ability. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I even forgot to mention him acting blind. You know what I'm saying too?
Yeah,
Like top of
yeah,
that. You feel me? So
yeah.
his mannerisms, everything. Like he really metamorphosized into Ray Charles. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it was a great depiction of acting ability. Acting ability. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's a fact. Fire. They said they cloned Tyrone. They cloned Tyrone. I think Jamie Foxx probably did one of his top three performances in They Clone Tyrone. They saying that in the chat. They clone Tyrone. So they talking about.
To me, I think it was a role he had fun with. You know what I'm saying? Like a role he let down and just be cool with it. Like I don't think like he really like took the role seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because he
Yep.
played similar roles like this before. You know what I'm saying? So it was more fun for him to be in that role. Now, as far as him like taking that role on a serious level as like a Ray or something like that, nah. That's why I say he had more fun with it because I was dead ass laughing half the time. He was every scene he was on, like, come on, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the nigga was having fun being that role. Son. Like, tell me not. Son. Like
Nah,
he did definitely did his thing, but I felt he was having fun. And every time, and it was supposed to be serious, but you know what I'm saying? Like the situation where you about to get gunned down and you make a joke about the joint. It's like,
see,
pure Jamie. You know what I'm saying?
for me, the reason why I say this was his top three performance, it was nuance based. It was very nuance based. Like certain scenes wasn't meant to be funny, but because of the nuance, it was just funny. You know what I'm saying? When they going down the elevator, they got their guns rocking, and he just busts out into a song, and then the girl, I can't remember the actress name, but she just right along with it, pimping hoe, like just singing on their way down with a hardcore gangster, like, So I think it was very nuance based for me personally. So I can't think of roles that he did better than in that role outside of Ray. The role that he played, a movie that came out this past year called Burial. That's his number two, in my opinion, as far as performance. And number three is They Clone Tyrone. He did a lot of movies, but I just don't think anything was better than those two roles. That's just me personally.
For
Um,
me, I'm gonna say Collateral, The Kingdom,
mhm.
and then of course Ray. Those are my
Okay. Okay.